Another day, another story, another Njita. For a change, we're coming with something totally different from what we've been shooting. This is a side of positivity, a side of achievement, and a side of what we call Njita, that is a go-getter. Remember, this is a Bua Njita. We are broadcasting from Ibopeng Car Wash in Greater Bloemfontein. With me today, I'm going to introduce my guest, then we're going to indulge into details. Sir, welcome to the show.
I'm welcome.
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
Very good. Can you please introduce yourself to the viewers, and who are you? Where are you coming from?
My name is Bokang Nari. I am a 18-year-old young bodybuilder.
18?
18 years old.
Okay.
Born and raised in Bloemfontein, lifting for how many years? Since I was 15.
Okay.
For about 3 years, I've been competing in an international federation, and recently, I just won a title that qualifies me for international shows.
We are coming to that one.
We are coming to that.
We are coming to that one. That one we are coming to it. Right. That's very inspirational. That is our guest on the show today. Goes by the name of Bokang Nal, an 18-year-old with such pregnant body. Gentlemen, this one I truly want to hear it out. I'm 30 plus with such a skinny body, sitting with an 18-year-old, no, not old, 18-year young.
Yeah.
But he's bigger, twice the size that I am. We are coming back. Don't go anywhere. You are still chilling with me, Nati Omonais. This is your show, Bua Njita. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Bua Njita. I'm still your host, Nati Omonais. Not every man waits for things to happen. Not every Njita wait for situations to turn. But we have those that are still turning things for themselves, still doing great in life. Today's story, the reason why we decided to broadcast it, is to motivate amachita that are out there that you should not wait for things to happen, but you should make things happen for you. I'm still with my guest today on the show, goes by the name of Bokang Nari. Mr. Nari.
Yes, sir.
I'm still intimidated by the age and the body.
Thank you.
Nonetheless, it's fine. Can you please take us through your childhood when you grow up until the point whereby you decided that, you know what, I want to be this incredible Hulk. Like, I want to get my body full.
Okay, one thing I could say is that the love for lifting weights has always been there since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. It was inspired by my own father. Mm. In his youth, he used to lift as well. He did a few competitions. So in the house, he had a few weights. From time to time, I'd see him lift. So it's been a thing that has been injected in me since I was a kid. And then, of course, he was still scared to leave me alone with them because he was scared I'd get hurt, all right? But it wasn't until I was around age 15, during COVID, when he saw that, all right, I do have a love for gymming. I used to work out in the backyard, lifting a few bricks here and there.
Bricks?
Okay. Bricks here and there.
So he's watching you with the weights?
Yes.
Then you decide to create your own wonders of weights?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I didn't have weights during that time, and I was like, nah, I want to be big. So I'd use everything I had in the backyard, from bricks to a broomstick, the wheelbarrow, just put bricks in there and pull. Do a full pull-ups on like where we put the clothes on.
Okay.
And then after he saw that I actually am dedicated to it, during COVID he saw there's not much we're doing. Since schools were closed and everything, he was like, there's an open gym close by that was still open. And then he was like, let's go there. And then he saw that, you know what, I was actually excited to come. He started paying for my gym membership. And then next thing I knew, I was there every day, twice a day, 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening. Every 1 to 3 months there was progress, taking pictures every month until I saw there's a new muscle that I haven't seen growing, and that's just what has kept me going till this day.
Okay. So I want to find out actually, apart from your father, lifting, inspiration, what is it that you basically love about?
What I love about bodybuilding is the community within it, the community it brings. No matter what size your body is, no matter where you're starting, people who are already in that field they love motivating each other, you know. It's not a thing of, nah, you're too small, you never reach this case. They see potential in you that you don't even see in yourself. And when they see that, we're a community that helps each other. If we see that, okay, you want this certain goal, but then you're doing something wrong, instead of keeping that information to ourselves, we talk to you. We guide you on the right diet, the right exercises to do. It's like, we help each other, we build each other.
That motivation, the company that you keep.
You know? Like the circle that you're in, no matter what body, you always get a compliment, especially in the gym. I'm loving the body, I'm loving the drive you have for it. Such things is what I've actually loved from the community of bodybuilding. You know?
Okay, let me ask you here, like with this body of mine, I'm 28 to 30. I'm not above 30, the waist size. Here, I'm wearing small. You are wearing extra large or large somewhere there. So how long does it take to see a change in your body? Because there was a time I tried to lift. I went once. I woke up in pain. They said to me, go again.
Yes, go
again. It will get better.
Most definitely.
I went again. Like the pain, it escalated to another level. So for that pain, the change in your body, how long does it take?
The pain, you're gonna, like, especially in the first week, you're gonna get the pain. You're gonna
like for the whole week?
No, not the whole week. Sometimes it does, actually, for the whole week. Especially if you're a person that's not always working out. For a whole week, you could feel pain, especially when doing legs. A lot can relate, you see. So the first few days, of course, you're gonna feel pain. But then after that, once you keep continuing, the pain is just gonna decrease until it's gone. It's one of the life lessons bodybuilding actually teaches, you know.
So basically for that pain, there's nothing that you're taking. You just have to, the remedy to heal the pain is to keep on being persistent, lifting up and lifting up.
Keep on going through that pain and it'll get easier the more you keep going.
But when you go through that, it's not easy like the pain.
Exactly.
Like you're getting even weak.
Exactly. Life lesson.
So how did you persevere?
I just kept going. I didn't stop. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
Of the tunnel.
You know? Yeah, so like, just keep going. It's painful now, but it'll get easier the more I keep going. Because if I just feel the pain and I rest again, the next time I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna feel pain again. But if I feel the pain that I'm going through now, keep on lifting through that pain, it gets easier and easier until there's no more pain at all.
You are 18.
Yes, sir.
Basically, you did matric last year.
Yes, sir.
With this body.
With this body.
So your peers, like at school, basically there's bodybuilders, they have this mentality of saying, I can push you. like just trying to find out whether can this person stand my weight, or am I big or strong enough? Then they would just push you. Then you would like. So how did your peers behave or communicate with you?
Of course, there were nicknames in high school. I had a few friends who were close to my body, others even way beyond.
Okay.
Oh, and then of course, yes, some would try to challenge you when they walk past you, and then they try to push you, then they end up falling.
I see your chest is like it's bouncing, man. It's bouncing, bounce the chest, man. Bounce. Okay. So there were basically boundaries. There were certain boundaries, especially the skinny guys. I'm concerned about the skinny guys because. So let's talk about the competitions that you've been going or attending locally. I heard that like the Philippines, they're calling your name, but we'll reach that point. We'll reach that point. The local competitions that you've been part of. I think they have categories.
Yes, they do.
And they have the age groups. So basically, when you compete, what age groups are you competing for, and what category specifically? Like maybe a gene wear, the flexing. Name them. Like
Okay. Different federations go with different categories. Of course, there are weight categories, and then there's age group categories. The federation I'm in goes with weight and age. So I went for the age one, not the weight. And the categories I went to was under 23. So people from 23 years of age downwards. And then from jeans, sports model, and junior bodybuilding. Those are the main categories I actually compete in. Yes.
So you feel that at the age of 18, you can take on someone at the age of 23?
I mean,
is there no fear that this guy can possibly like outweigh me?
the fear only comes before the competition. But on show day, no matter what body I see, the main key point is to have confidence in yourself, how you portray yourself.
The
on
mental
stage.
capacity,
The
how you
mental
channel
capacity,
yourself.
Exactly. So if the judges, while you're on stage, and then they notice you, you just keep looking at your opponent, you show a sense of intimidation. Such things make you lose points on stage. But then if you're on stage and no matter how big they are, you show confidence. You see, okay, this guy is bigger than me, but then I show more muscle development and more muscle definition. And then with that, you have full confidence. And then no matter the size or the height of there, I just go there with full confidence. Yeah.
So let's talk about the show that made you to succeed internationally. When you went to the show, what was your target?
The target was just at least make it in the top 3. Come home with either a medal or a trophy. I didn't exactly expect to get above that, of course. You know, I just before before show day, I just prayed. I was like, Lord, please, at least let me get a trophy. Let me get a medal,
a token
to
that you
show
can
that
show.
my hard work wasn't exactly for nothing. You know, so I prayed, of course, and when I went there, I got second place.
Okay.
It was a show in April. That's the show that led me into international competing.
Okay.
And then they told me that, nah, you qualify to go to the Philippines, to go to other international places. I think it was Japan, Philippines, Zambia. I forgot the rest. Yeah.
So how did that make you feel?
Excited, inspired to actually push harder than I already was, you know. And the impact I saw was giving other people as well kept me going. Actually, it gave me that motivation I needed to actually see potential I never saw in myself. You know? Yeah.
You know, the thing that concerns me more is, you know, when you see a light, even before reaching the light, ne, we tend to have big heads. Ne, or I've made it. I've reached this point. So from here, it's straight to the top. Ne. Obviously, there were competitions after that. How did you treat those competitions after that the way you treated the first competition that qualified you?
Yes, I did.
In a similar way?
In a similar way.
And then you're competing for the same categories?
Yeah, the same categories.
Okay.
Yeah, the only one I didn't do was novice. And then some of them were just the same categories I did back in that competition.
Okay.
That show actually teaches you to stay humble in everything you do, you know. No matter what position you're at, be humble. Humble yourself while still portraying confidence, just not having a big head, you know. Yeah.
The maintenance, I believe that things has to change.
A lot.
From the way you do things to your diet to the association. Can you take us through that? Like, how are you dealing with that? And then what has changed from what to where?
The maintenance when coming to diet, you are very right. Bodybuilders would tell you, people think the lifting is actually the hard part, but the real hard part is the diet. Because you come across friends and family when you know you're preparing for a competition and you're not supposed to eat certain foods, and then they just come with like pizza in the house
To tempt you.
to tempt you. But then you can't. So when preparing for competition, there are strict foods, dry foods that you're supposed to eat. Try to stay away from high fat foods. You know, dry foods, rice, chicken breast, tuna, and then of course we eat around 5 to 6 times a day. Hydrate
5 to 6.
5 to 6 times
Like
a day.
full meals.
Just normal meals. There doesn't have to be big things. Just enough meals.
So I'm kind of like concerned. 6 meals in a day. Ne? There are nutrients
Yes.
that are associated with the meal that you are eating. 6 meals in a day. Then later on you go to the gym. You're going to burn those nutrients away.
Calories.
The calories.
The calories.
Oh, the calories.
Yeah.
It's the calories. My bad, the calories. Okay. You're going to burn the calories.
Yes.
Ne? Okay, when you burn the calories, then basically the following day, again, you digest the similar calories or different, then you go and... So how is the body reacting to that?
The body, depending on your goal, will react. If you're planning to bulk, you don't normally focus on...
If you're planning to?
Bulk.
What is that?
Bulk is increasing your size, and then cutting is when you're preparing for competition, where you want the muscles to show.
Bulking?
Bulking is when mainly you add fat. There's 2 types of bulk. There's lean bulk, clean bulk, and then there's dirty bulk. So clean bulk is mainly eating a lot of food, just with low fat. And then dirty bulk is just eating anything from pizzas, burgers, whatever. But your main goal is to increase the size of your body during that process. So of course people will look bloated while they're bulking. They'll look a little chubby. Their cheeks will be a little, but when they cut, you see the cheeks are inwards because the fat has been decreased, you know.
We are learning something new today. We are learning something new. Bloated, calories. My main concern is like, don't you see as if like you are going around the same circle over and over? You are fertilizing yourself, taking it out. You are eating a lot of food, you are taking it out. Doesn't that delay the process of your body increasing and whatnot?
It actually does not. What people learn from bulking, the art of bodybuilding, of course, is increasing your muscle mass, increasing the size of your body. So when bulking, that's the process that you take you're increasing the size of your body. While you're adding the calories, you're also adding the provided nutrients that go straight to the muscle and increase the size of it. Cutting is when you decrease in weight. So bulking, the difference between bulking and cutting, when bulking, you eat a lot of food and you carry heavy weights. And that way you're forcing the muscle to reach the tension it needs to grow through that bulking. And then when you're cutting, that's when you decrease the weight. And the main focus is not to decrease the muscle size, but decrease the percentage of fat within your body. Through that, you're going to see the muscle definition on your body. And then what you're going to notice from the last time you cut it and now, your body will have the definition you're looking for, just with a bigger size. So it seems as though it's a circle, but there's always development after the bulking season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to this one now. In every industry, be it it's music, entertainment, it's bodybuilding, it's athletics, there's exploitation. It's trust me, it's everywhere. Have you ever been exploited in the industry that you are in?
From time to time. Yeah.
Can you stipulate those exploitations? How were you exploited?
It's mainly being mocked.
Okay.
Mocked by what you're doing, you know. Some will even tell you like, this thing is not going to take you anywhere. You're just going to end here. You're going to be like other people who tried and failed. But then if you stick to what your main goal is, such exploitations are just nothing to you.
Okay.
Honestly, they're not.
So out of that, the mockery and whatnot, what has that specifically instilled in you for greater future?
Discipline, motivation, inspiration to just, believe in yourself. Don't listen to those negative comments. Just focus on what you want, that goal. That's what I would say.
As Umjita, I find it so hard to believe the manner in which you approach or you deal with the negativity that comes to you. As Umjita, at sometimes we have that thing of saying, you know what, this person said this. You go back, sit down, you do an introspection and say, but this person is telling the truth. Then you find out, okay, damn, I have to do something about this. At some point, it discourages you. Have you never reached a point whereby you get discouraged, and then you get a kick from somewhere, then you end up elevating yourself to overlook or to mishear whatever that has been articulated to you?
Not that I recall. No, I've never been actually discouraged. Nah.
So with so many federations that are within our country, there's what is it?
IFBB.
IFBB.
Yes.
That's the one that you started with, ne?
No, the one I started with was WFF.
Okay. So let's say, is there no way that this one would want you, this one would want you, or is there a certain agreement between those federations if they do something?
No. You're the person that goes to them.
Or you are the one
You're the one that competes there.
You are the approacher.
You are the approacher.
Okay.
And then they don't have a problem with you choosing which federation you want to go to. WFF, while we were competing, every year we have what we call athlete meetings. Of course, they motivate us that if you want to attend another federation, you have no problem. We're not holding you. As we are the approachers, it is by our free will which federation we want to compete in. Yeah.
When I'm sitting like this, I see it's like you would jump like Hulk. Like I'm not stable where I'm sitting. Don't you see? Every now and then I'm moving.
I know it is.
It's intimidating, but then it's fine. I'm shuttled. Okay. Let's talk about your future plans. Are you planning to start something similar to the federations, or are you planning to be part of a specific federation within the industry that you're within?
You know, such thoughts have actually crossed my mind. I could say I'm more or less in between. My main goal was, should I choose to start my own federation, I'm going to use this opportunity that I've taken of going to different federations and learn what they do, you know, learn the categories, how they judge people, etc. And then should I be part of a federation, also use that knowledge that if I want to start my own, then I know exactly what is needed to start one, what is needed to maintain one, and in terms of judging competitors, how we do it in a fair way. Yeah.
So for someone who's watching now, for someone that is watching now, even for myself, I'm more curious. When you lift, you just lift, then the body cordially, what did you say? It
Grows.
I want that term, that the bulking, when you bulk.
Bulking season, yeah.
Does it cordially happen like that, or is there something specific that you are taking in order for the body to be balanced? Because I believe every time when you lift, there are certain muscles that stretch, that need some certain kind of things that you need to take in order for the body to be balanced. Is there something specific that you are taking?
Normally I take protein shakes. They actually help in terms of muscle recovery. Because of course, while you're working out at the gym, you're burning the muscles. And then they need time to rest and heal. And during that, of course, the lifestyle of bodybuilding is, of course, expensive from the food you eat, the diets. So protein shakes, they actually help you receive the nutrients that you need to grow those muscles. So I take them normally when I need the nutrients to help me grow, help the muscle recover, and yeah.
The bodybuilding life is expensive.
It is.
I have nothing. I want to lift. I want to be the incredible. What would you suggest? Because I don't believe those supplements, they come very cheap.
They don't.
So what is it that I can do in assurance that I get to the level that you are?
The level that I am is not hard to reach it. Just use whatever you have. Use whatever you have in your house. If you have bricks like I used to before, you can actually. With the right motivation, the right dedication, you can do anything. The food in your house, you can use it as well, making sure that you eat enough food, you get enough rest, and you drink enough water. Hydration is very important, as well as rest. Don't always overwork your muscle, but then you're not getting enough sleep at the end of the day, you know? Work out, eat, drink water, rest. And then this body can happen just like that.
So basically what you're telling me now, like they say in French, "Mens sana corpore sano," like a healthy mind in a healthy body.
Oh, yeah.
So basically what you're telling me, it's bodybuilding is more of a mental capacitated industry.
It is.
You have to set your mind to a certain direction,
Yes.
to a certain way of doing things. So if your mind is not stable, then cordially it states that your body won't be able to reach where you want to.
It's actually a fluctuating thing.
Okay.
Sometimes when your mind is insane, that insanity, for other people, that's what motivates them. But then you find a case where other bodybuilders that go through a period of stress and aren't exactly dealing with it in the right way, you tend to see that their body actually decreases. The mind and body is a thing that works hand in hand. You take care of your mind while taking care of your body. They take care of each other. You see growth in both areas, both psychologically and physically. Yeah.
Okay. Majita, this is one of the positive stories that we are embarking into. We are going to an ad break as we are learning new things each and every single time. But my favorite part of all times in regard of this episode is I want to find out about the Philippine, the preparations, how long it took him to reach the stage, And then when we come back, we are going to indulge more into the detail. Don't go anywhere. I'm still your host. This is your show, Bua EPS. Coming back now. Welcome back to Bua EPS. I'm still your host, Nati Omunice. Remember, every time when you watch the show, do not forget to subscribe. Click the subscribe button so that you can be able to be updated each and every single time when we post. I'm still with my guest, Bokang Nari, the great Hulk, as he calls himself. But then nonetheless, we are here to learn. We are learning new things each and every single time. Now, my brother,
Yes.
let's talk your international stages. There are international stages that are loading that you have to go. Like you mentioned, the Philippines, Ghana,
Zambia.
like those countries that you mentioned. What is the process? How are you preparing now for those shows?
Firstly, I am going to bulk.
Okay. And there comes the terms again. Okay.
I'm going to bulk. So for a certain period in preparation for a few months, I'm going to focus on the mass of my body just to increase a little bit. And then a few more months prior to the competition, that's when the cutting starts. So it's firstly gonna focus on a change of diet. Of course, decreasing my food. The food that I eat, I must eat less fat foods. Try to stay away from a lot of snacks and everything. Like chips and all things. Focus mainly on rice, tuna. And then weight, I'm not gonna go too heavy, of course. Firstly, I'm gonna start a little medium, and then another few months go extremely light, burning the fat, but maintaining the muscle mass and definition. And then, yeah, that's how I actually prepare for all my competitions.
The international. When are the events taking place?
At the end of the year, and then
End of this year.
and then others end of next year. So it'll be up to me if I choose to attend the ones this year or focus for the ones next year.
So let's talk about the one by end of this year. Ne. Have you already started preparing yourself for it?
Yes.
How long do you take the preparation? Like the specific duration. It can be maybe 3 months prior the competition, or 6 weeks prior the competition, or how long does it take? Like to get your body to the level whereby it says even itself, for this now I am ready.
The preparation for a competition mainly depends on the state of your body. The state of your body. If you're a person that looks at your body and listens to your body, you'll see, okay, looking at this, the definition of my body is not that bad. It just needs a little touch up here. But if you see that you are far, let's say around this body, I'd give it around 3 months if I want to reach the perfect body for competition. Knowing my body, it will take around 3 months with a certain diet and certain exercising. For other people, it's different. We all have different methods on how we grow the body, on how we decrease the fat. And as well, in terms of supplements, we all believe that different supplements work differently depending on your body type, you see. So from that 6 weeks, depending on the person's body, to 3 months, yeah. But then my focus is for the ones next year. So I'm going to be focusing on increasing the size of my body for the remaining of this year. And then from January, that's when I'm going to start cutting again for another show in April. Because to compete internationally next year, I'm going to have to requalify, recompete, and then earn that certificate to compete.
Okay.
Yes.
My guy, for someone now who's watching, ne, even for my own sake, I'm starting to develop interest into this.
Yeah, man.
I've saw some few body lifters. Ne? There are those that lift for health. There are those that lift for competition. There are those that lift for status. Ne? But at the end of the day, it's body lifting. It's body
Building.
building.
Bodybuilding.
It's bodybuilding. The terms, that's English. It's bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
Ma'am, if I lift, then I smoke and I drink, how does that affect like the whole circle?
I wouldn't know that much. I don't drink or smoke. But looking at other people who lift, I've seen a lot of bodybuilders who both drink and smoke, but they actually have pretty nice physiques, actually.
Do they compete?
Some of them compete, yeah. And then others don't. But then looking at their bodies is actually not that bad.
Okay.
You know, so I've never exactly taken the chance to ask them, like, doesn't this affect you? Because I felt it's more of personal questions, so I just stood away from it. But others is just, while they mix their diet and the intense working out, it just seems to work for them, not knowing how other people's bodies will respond to such. Yeah.
Okay, what would you tell the person who wants to go into the industry? Ne? For someone that is watching now, ne? They don't have an experience in that. Ne? But then, even myself, I never had an experience. Apart from just going to the gym, take those irons, then depart from the place. For someone who literally wants to go into a similar industry like yours, what would be your best advice?
Okay, one thing I tell them, they should search bodybuilders and then try to find a physique that intrigues them. Of course, the physique they achieve won't be exactly like that, but then find a bodybuilder that motivates you, right? Follow them on their social media platforms, looking at how they work out, looking at how they eat and everything, how they basically live their lifestyle, you know? And then when engaging, of course, for some people, they tend to feel less motivated when they work out alone. So I'd normally advise people, get yourself a gym partner. In that way, it'll be both of you guys' job to push each other. One day you're gonna be feeling like I'm not in the mood to gym, but then you know your gym partner will be there to actually force you. Be like, bro, nah, we're going to the gym. We're going, I don't care how you feel, we're going to the gym. Then the following day, the person who was motivated could feel less motivated, and you know, because of different moods you go through during the day, you can actually push each other. You can actually see each other, and when learning the right techniques, the right foods to eat, you can monitor each other. In the gym, if you see, your gym partner is actually doing a certain exercise wrong, you can correct him or her, tell them, yo, you're doing it a little wrong, try to fix that posture, stand still, only move this part that you're working out. Yeah.
Your girlfriend, how is she feeling? What size is she? Like, I tend to see there's bodybuilders. They prefer like so my like at times I want to ask them how do you feel? Like I want to hear from you. Like what is the communication? Like how you feel wrong in this?
Well, I think only she can answer that question for a not how exactly she feels. Of course, I have noticed that was it does excite her, you know, having like a boyfriend with all these my eyes are, and she's like, yo, you know.
So that's always the situation every single time.
Yeah, here and there, and then I move a certain part, and then she's like, "Hey."
People are moving. I'm moving my chest.
So yeah, she seems exactly like she seems aroused by it, you know, inspired from times. Tabang khwatha, you know what? One day kituji, and then I love such a thing that just by being myself and people seeing this physique, they get motivated, you know, to actually work out. But yeah, she handles it well, I guess.
My guy, I'm still trying to figure that out, but then I will ask her one day when I meet with her. Nonetheless, with your body size, bodybuilders they like to wear muscle shirts when they go to the mall and whatnot, like flaunting their Hulkerish bodies. Ne. Obviously, being a human being, you would normally look at like, what is this? You get my point?
Yeah.
So have you never ever reached a point whereby people would like say, "Hey Mona, how old are you? What are you doing? How did you reach here?" Ne? And then even when you pass, when people sometimes your conscience tells you, right? They're looking at you.
Looking at
Then
you,
you
yes.
would turn, then you'd find people looking at you. Then how would you feel in that moment?
I'd actually feel proud, inspired, and, you know, flattered that, you know what, my hard work has actually paid off, you know. And then in terms of questions, they normally come when they discover my age, you know. Okay, some would think I'm around 20s, and then they'd ask me, "Yo, how old are you?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I'm 18, or I'm 17 before, I'm 18. And then they'd be like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 18. How did you get here?" I'm like, "I lived, I eat, etc." That's when the questions would actually come, like, when did you start lifting? How many times a day, you know, do you eat? How many times do you eat, etc. That's when the actual questions come. Yeah.
Your father was a bodybuilder. Is he still a bodybuilder?
No, he doesn't lift anymore.
He retired.
You can
Left
say
it
that.
for you.
Left it for me.
So you are taking cordially everything from him, then everything is flowing onto you. So because I believe like you're on the same height now. With the possibility of your body might be bigger than his.
I mean, that's the goal.
Serious.
That's the goal.
So like how do you feel? How much share like right next to you? Like,
His size is still bigger than mine. Even
Okay.
though he's stopped lifting, his body is still bigger, right? But I've seen that he walks with a sense of pride when I walk with him, and then people ask, "Is this your son?" And he's like, "Yeah." I see the smile on his face, like, "Yeah, this is my
even
boy."
his walk would also change.
It would also change. It would also change, like, "Yeah, this is my son." You know, yeah. And then, yeah.
So when you walk with your mother, obviously your mother is not a bodybuilder.
No.
And obviously your mother not on this. Ne. How do you feel? Because people have their own mentality, especially if they don't know you.
Yeah.
Ne. They have some certain remarks that they are doing, or some certain facial expression that they're also having. Give us the most or the worst facial expression that you've ever came across when you are walking with your mother.
Of course, some would think I'm like a young boyfriend.
At 10.
Some actually, the ones that know my mother, but then they last saw me when I was like this small, like around 3 years old, and then three.
Then they see you.
They see me now and like,
okay.
So some would actually think, okay, I'm my mother's boyfriend, and then they'd ask, "Yo, who's this?" And it's like, "It's my son." Son. And like, "Yeah, that one."
You are taller than her.
Yes.
And more muscle
So
tissue.
she looked like this. When she hugs me, I think she sleeps on my shoulder or something. Yeah, like when we take pictures, and then her head would lie on my shoulder like this. And then, yeah, so people would think like I'm her boyfriend. And then the worst facial expression would be like a person who just seems traumatized or something. Like,
Then how would be your reaction towards that?
I'd smile. Some might even laugh. I'd laugh at them. Like their faces look very ridiculous. I won't lie.
Like, do you blame them? Like for someone with your structure, walking with someone with a lesser structure, obviously that could really be normal for someone to react like that. Then the communication between the two of you, between you and your mom, how would it be? Like, obviously there's that notarish moment for it. Look. So how is it going about?
The conversation and relationship with my mother has always been a very beautiful one. She's basically my best friend. While there's still that sense of respect because she is my mother, she is like my best friend. You know, we will talk about anything and everything. You know, when we walk in town, of course, she'll like
Seriously.
But to ourselves, of course, that person will
Yes.
get. But yeah, like our relationship is like that. She's more crazier than I am, louder. You know, in places where we work, especially where we know people, she would like make a ton of noise. But then because of the relationship we have, I've never been ashamed of that. Like I'd stand proud, be like, that's my mom, that's my mother. You know, yeah.
Your younger sister. How is she feeling
About me,
with the body size and the
she
whatnot?
brags a lot.
Brags.
Especially at her school.
How old is she?
She is 13.
I feel like she would be having that mentality of saying, of poking people and saying, I will call on my big
call my
brother and
big
whatnot. That's basically happening.
She's done it. She's
And
done
then
it before.
what would you do? You would go and rescue her.
Yes, of course. If I don't, I'm gonna have a problem in the house if I don't. So as the big brother, of course, I have to, you know. But yeah, she does like doing that from time to time.
Okay. For someone who's watching, there are different supplements. There are shakes, there are powders, there are tablets, there are insulins, there are whatnot and all of that. What would you advise Ekaba the best supplement that one can take? Because we believe in different things. But what would be the best supplement that you would advise people to take?
And that one is a very hard one because, like I said, they all work differently depending on the person's body type, you know. And then, as there are protein shakes, there are also ones that are categorized according to what your goal is. If you are cutting, there are shakes for cutting, and if you're bulking, there are shakes for bulking, and if you just want a lean body, there are shakes for lean. You know. So other people even prefer different brands, you know. So it'll just depend on which one you see works for yourself. I just tell them, try them all. You know, they say bodybuilders are scientists because we're always experimenting on.
Exactly.
We're always experimenting on how a certain things work. That's why we keep changing supplements, we're changing exercises because we're seeing which one works for, like, which one works better, you know. So as a person who's trying supplements, try them all. Keep trying new ones, see how one treats your body, and then you will find the right one for you. Yeah.
Okay, way forward into your future. You said that you thought of starting your own federation. I believe you've already embarked into the journey.
Yes.
What is your vision with that federation?
The vision of my federation, you know, of course, it is to reach reach heights that I don't even see now. Just like starting this bodybuilding competition, I didn't see the potential I see now. And of course, I believe that there's still other potential I'm not yet seeing. So with it, I'm going to embark on anything fitness based, you know, from taking out personal trainers, modelers, working with different companies, you know, even one day starting my own gym under that federation. That's one of the main goals I'm focusing on now, you know, yeah.
In conclusion, what is it that you can tell the viewers, not only the viewers, even including myself, regard the industry, the advantages and the disadvantages of the industry itself?
The industry of bodybuilding.
Yes.
Okay. The disadvantages is that at any moment you can actually feel like less motivated because of someone's opinion, especially in the field of, especially when you're bodybuilding, like when you're competing, you know, you could have expected to be first place when competing, and then you end up lost. And such thing can just take down your self-esteem very, very low. And for some people, they've given up. You know, they actually have. But one of the main benefits I love about this whole field is, like I said, the community. How it plays a role on your mental state. You know, there's many people that go through a lot of stress, but then they don't know how to deal with it. But because of the people you're exposed to in the gym, you know, that's how you can always stay positive, because you're exposed to people of different ages. So different ages come with different backgrounds, you know, different experiences. So you never know, you're going through a certain something, and then some old timer, he hears what you're going through and he sits down with you. He's like, yo, I understand you're going through this, push it this way, this way, this way. Now, while that happens, while you're in the gym, you're tackling your stress two ways, lifting and actually talking to someone. That's one of the most positive things I've ever experienced in this whole lifting industry, you know. And then for people who keep on saying one day I'm gonna lift and not saying day one, I just wanna say you're never too skinny, you're never too fat, and you're never too old. You know, the biggest motivation and biggest inspiration should be the potential you see in yourself.
So your last word to the gym companies and the federations that are out there, what is it that they could be able to do it differently from what they are doing now?
To make the competitions more fair. To make the competitions more fair, the federations that are doing under 23, at least take it down to like 20s, okay?
Okay.
Because we're feeling pressure. Because I started lifting as like a 16-year-old, and I'm there with like 23-year-old dudes, and I'm like, hey,
So they should make the competitions fairer, like in terms of the age groups.
Yes, I could say that.
Okay.
Like, put it according to age group. Or else some you're gonna get beaten, but at least it's by someone your age. You know, because now I'm not even legal, and I'm competing with someone who's like 23.
Imagine at the age of 18, that's like 5 years.
No, but yeah. Other than that, I haven't exactly complained about anything. Yeah, I mainly go there for the love of it. That's how it started, and that's how it still is today. So no matter what position I get, I'm still happy that I went there, got an opportunity, because I see the body that I'm competing in now is better than the one I was competing in last year. So what I love about these competitions is that every year there's always development. You know, there's always something new I see in myself, and it just excites me to see what more I can bring to the table. You know, yeah.
Okay. In conclusion, before we close the show, remember, this is Bua EPS. There are guys who are filled with positivity, like you are. There are guys who are reaching their destiny. There are guys who are still setting trademarks. Yet, let's not forget about those that are still struggling to get up there, those that are still fighting for survival, those that are still pressured, those that still feels living is not worth it. For such Njita, what would possibly be your advice in terms of assurance or enlightening or opening up their mind in regard of they should have that positiveness instilled in them?
Of course, surround yourself with the right circle. You know, some people go through a lot and they see no change because they are stuck in a circle that's not exactly helping them, that's not exactly developing them. You know, surround yourself with the right people. If you have a goal, surround yourself with people who have similar goals to that. And remember, just like the gym, when you start, it's painful. The first few days are painful. Just keep gymming, keep going through that pain. And I promise you it's gonna get better. Just keep holding on, keep lifting, keep pushing, and I promise you it's gonna get better.
So for communication and on the web, can people be able to reach you?
I have social medias. On Facebook, I am Bokang Nari. On Instagram, the Instagram name is I am Bokang Nari.
One
Just
word.
like that. Yeah, one word.
There's
But then
no underscore,
no underscore,
anything.
nothing. I am Bokang Nari. But then you can still search Bokang Nari, it'll still show. And then my email is Bokang Esnari. From then on, YouTube, I haven't exactly started it, but yeah, that's how they can actually contact me on my social media platforms.
What is your federation called?
BN Fitness Federation.
BN Fitness Federation.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Bokang, thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thank you very much.
We've learned so much. The reason why I'm saying we've learned, I've also included myself. I've learned a lot. I think I've gained an interest into assurance that I have to go back, sit down and think deeper on when to start, how to start. Because I can't be sitting with an 18-year, then I'm like basically you are double the size of me. So I'm kind of like, viewers, it was the show for the day with the one and only Bokang Nari, the bodybuilder, an entrepreneur. Nonetheless, if you want to reach us, you can contact us on WhatsApp 064-635-2521. Email tapelo@rocklahoodtv.com. You can even visit our website www.rocklahood.com. Up until we meet next week, if you want to be part of us, you want to be part of the show, you want to understand what's happening, contact us, send us emails, WhatsApp, communicate on our chats so that we can be able to talk with you. Or you have something that you feel you want to share with Njita, do not hesitate at any time to contact us. We are going out. I'm still your host, Nati Omonaise. This is Bua Njita. Until next week, we are out. Goodbye. That's crazy, bro.